Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's at-home full body Pilates workout. Today we're not going to be using any equipment. We're going to sculpt our abs, arms, glutes, and thighs. We're going to warm up and cool down afterwards. It's going to feel great, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to start off with some shoulder rolls. So I'd like you to take your hands on either side of your body, legs are crossed, you're kneeling or standing if that feels better. We're going to lift our shoulders and roll them down and back. Lift the shoulders and roll them down and back. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now with every shoulder roll, I want you to open your chest. Good, mobilizing those shoulders for 2, and last 1. Arms come down by the sides. We're gonna look out to the right, stretching through the side of the neck. Then back to center, inhale, and exhale, look over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, stretch to the right, keeping the chin parallel with the floor. Spine is nice and tall here. Good, as we alternate sides on the breath. Last 1, back to center. And stretch. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to come into an all fours position. Position the wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Drop the belly, arch the spine, and then round through the spine, scooping belly in. Drop the belly and arch, and then round through the spine. Good. Inhale, arch. Exhale, scoop belly in, dropping the crown of the head. For 3. And 2. And final 1. And bring the spine back to neutral. From here, we're going to twist to the right, looking out over right shoulder, shortening the distance between the bottom of the right rib cage and the hip, and then back to center, and then look out over left shoulder. Good. Twisting from side to side. Inhaling in the center, and exhaling as you twist. Good. Inhale and exhale. Last 1. Nicely done. From here, we're going to come down onto our backs, and we're just going to mobilize the hips a little bit here with some knee circles. So we're going to bring the knees in toward the chest and then circle them in opposite directions, massaging your lower back on the mat. Really mobilizing the hips here. Stop and reverse directions. Good, circling the knees in, down, and around. Let's go 3, and 2, and 1. Lower feet down to the floor, and we're gonna get into our ab work here. So from this position, we're gonna take the arms overhead, palms are facing in toward each other. We're gonna inhale here, and as we exhale, we're gonna curl and crunch up, bringing the hands to the sides. Curling and crunching up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Getting deep into those abdominals as we peel head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Nice work. Lift those shoulders up. Flattening out the abdominal wall with every lift. Good. We've got 4, lift a bit higher. For 3, tighten abdominal wall. For 2, pressing low back into the mat. And last 1, nicely done. Now from here, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna curl and crunch up, but now we're gonna reach to the right calf, then to the left, then to the right, then to the left, back to center, and roll down. Good. Repeat. Curl up. Reach, 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 and reach for a total of 4. Back to center and lower down. Warming up those obliques here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. Roll it down. Good work. Reach for those calves. Pressing low back into the mat. Resting head on top of the shoulders. And then lower down for a little rest between each set. Good work. Back to center and lower it down. Nice. Reach, 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 and reach back to center and lower. Keep those abdominals engaged as you reach. Good work, and lower down. Last 2 sets. Head rests on top of the shoulders. Gaze is looking out between the inner thighs. Nicely done. You can really feel it in those obliques. I hope you can too. Nice work. And lower. Good work. Okay, from here, we're going to come into a crunch position, and as we do so, we're going to extend the legs up long. So we're going to start off from tabletop. I'm going to turn so my palms are facing up toward the ceiling. I'm going to bring the legs together. We're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to bring the legs up into an extension, and then lower. We're just going to bring the hands above the shoulders, knees bend into tabletop. So we're lifting, extending, and then bringing hands above the shoulders. Lifting, extending, and bringing hands here. Now, if that's too much with the extension, I'd like you to move between these 2 positions. So it's a crunch with the legs remaining in tabletop. Otherwise, you're going for the full extension. Nice work. You've got this. Squeeze legs together. Point to the toes and rest head on top of the shoulders as you curl up. Nicely done. Nice strong arms reaching away from yourself with your fingers to really get that lift through the shoulders. For 5, 4, belly to spine. Last 3, final 2, and last 1. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Couple of options here. The harder option is that you're going to stay in a crunch position for this next. If that gets too much and if your lower back is hurting, I'd like you to take your hands on either side of your tailbone to support the movement. I'm going to start off with my hands on either side of my tailbone, and then maybe I'll move up into the crunch if I'm feeling strong here. So we're going to keep the legs extended. I'm going to lower the right leg, bend, and lift. We're going to stick on this side. Lower, bend, and lift. Lower, bend, and back to the starting position. Lower, bend at the knee, and lift. Now, if you're feeling strong, as I said, you can come into a crunch. Hands are by the side, or if it's more comfortable, you can take the hands behind the head. We've got 3, 2, keep those toes pointed. Last 1, nice work. Lower down for a moment. Now we're going to switch legs. Lower, bend, and lift. Lower, bend, and lift. Coming up into your crunch if you want that challenge. Good. Keep those toes pointed. Legs nice and long. I know these are challenging, but you can do it. Nice. We've got 3, 2, working those lower abs, and 1. Lower your feet down to the floor. Nice work. Now, hands are behind the head. Fingers are interlaced. We're going to separate the legs so that they're hip distance apart, and we're going to go into a modified version of crisscross. So we're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to press lower back into the mat and bring the left elbow toward the right knee, lower, and switch sides. So we're keeping the elbows nice and wide here. We're pressing the low back into the mat as we cross over. Good. If you're feeling comfortable here, we're going to slightly pick up the pace. Good. Crossing over, shortening the distance between the bottom of the rib cage and the hip bone. Really tighten in through the waistline with every lift. So you're drawing your belly button tightly down towards your spine. Working those abdominals, working those obliques. Good. We've got 6. 5, lift the shoulder blade up off the floor for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you're good here with that style of crisscross, if that feels challenging enough, you're going to stick with those. Otherwise, you're going to go into the full version of crisscross. Both knees come in, we extend one leg out long, we lift head, neck, and shoulders, and we cross over. Switching over from side to side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do 20 more. We're going to pick up the pace. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Point through those toes. 2 and 1. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Bring both knees in towards your chest and just hug them in close to stretch out the lower back here for 3 and 2 and 1. Take your hands behind your thighs and roll yourself up into a seated position. Nice work. Let's switch our focus onto our arms now. Upper body work happening. So we want to position our wrists so that they're in line with our shoulders and our arms are parallel. We're going to go into some forearm taps. So we're going to really place the focus on the backs of the arms. So I'd like you to lower the elbows just so they're hovering above the floor and then push up through the heels of the hands. We've got 5, 4, keep those arms parallel, 3, 2, and 1. Curl the toes and push up into downward dog. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. Repeat. Keep those elbows in line with the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1 for a total of 6, and push up and back into your downward dog for 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Lower 6 forearm taps. 5, 4, pressing up through the heels of the hands. 2, and 1. Push those hips up and back. Nice work. And lower down for 6, pressing up through the heels of the hands, making the backs of the arms do the work. 2, and 1. Push up and back. Downward dog. Good. We've got 3 more sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Press up and back. Stretch and lengthen up through that tailbone. Good. Backs of the arms working hard here. Weight is in the heels of the hands. 4, 3, 2, abs in, and 1. Press it up and back. Good. Last set. We've got 6, 5, you can do it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press up and back into that downward dog. Lengthen up through the tailbone for 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now from here, we're going to move into a plank, and we're going to bring the knees in toward the chest for 2, and then 2 double knee taps down to the mat. So set yourself up, wrists are below your shoulders, and step back into your plank, creating a nice flat line with the body. Bring the right knee in, left knee in, tap both knees down for 2. Right knee, left knee, double tap for 2. Lift abdominal wall, 1, 2, double tap for 2. Good. 1, 2. Double tap those knees to the mat. Nice work. Keep those shoulders above those wrists. Keep a nice flat line with the body. Abdominal wall lifts toward the ceiling. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last 2 sets. Double tap for 2. Last set. 1, 2. Double tap for 2. And push those hips up and back. Nice work. Now we're going to go into knees, alternating knees in toward the chest, holding it there in plank for a total of 20. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Shoot into your plank. Knees in. 8, 7, 6, 5. Abs in. 2 and 1. Pick up the pace for the final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pike back and regulate the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Amazing work. Lower your knees down to the floor. And now we're going to come into a side lying position. Whew, I'm sweating. And we're going to go into some single arm push-ups. So I'd like you to fold your lower arm around your body, around your torso, and we're going to line the hand up, the top hand, so that it's in line with the shoulder. From this position, you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to push up using the back of the arm to get that lift. Good. 2, total of 10. 3, pushing up through the heel of the hand. 4, good, nice long neck. 5, abs are in. 4, 3, lift all the way up. 2, ease down with control. And 1, lower down. Nicely done. Switching our attention and our focus to our lower bodies now. We're lengthening out through the toes. I'd like you to pick your legs up and come forward slightly with the lower body so you're in a pike position. Hand is down on the mat for support. We're going to go into some leg lifts. So we're lifting the leg, then we're lowering just to hip height, keeping the legs parallel. We're going to come forward and then back to parallel and lift. Good. Sweep forward and lift. Sweep forward, back to parallel with the legs, and then lift. Come forward and lift. So as you come forward, I don't want you to lift your leg up. I want you to keep it at hip height. Good. Slow it right down here. Engage the core so you've got that stability in the torso. Relax your shoulders and lengthen out through your big toe. Good. We've got 3, 2, final 1, and lower it down to hip height. Now we're going to flex both of our feet, pulling the toes back toward the shin, and we're going to pulse that top leg up and down, lengthening through the heel. Legs are parallel, core is engaged, glutes are working, hips are working, thighs are working. Great work. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Point both sets of toes. And now we're going to move into some circles here. So we're going to circle forward. 1, 2, 3. Keeping those hips parallel. Good work. One hip stacked right on top of the other. And last one. Reverse direction with those circles. 7, 6, 5. Keep lengthening out through the big toe. 2, and 1. Lower the top leg down. Nice work. Now we're going to come over onto the other side. So wrap that lower arm around your torso, and we're going to press the palm down onto the floor so that the heel of the hand is in line with the shoulder, and we're going to press up using the strength of the back of the arm to get the lift. 2, 3, really engage the back of the arm. 5, halfway there. 6, 7, nice work. 8, core engaged. 9, and 10. Lower down. Now support your head and bring your feet forward. We're going to go into those leg lifts. So we're lifting the top leg, lowering it to hip height, sweeping forward and back to parallel. Lift, sweep forward and lift. Sweep forward and lift. It's almost as though you're drawing a letter L in the air with your big toe. Core is engaged, shoulders are relaxed. Nicely done. Get as much length as possible out through that big toe. Toes stay pointed. Let's go 3, 2, last 1, and hold at hip height. Flex the feet, plug belly in, and lift and lower that top leg, keeping it parallel with the lower leg. Hips are stacked. We're lengthening out through that heel. Good work. Can really feel this deep into the stabilizing muscles in the hip area as well as into those glutes. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point both sets of toes, plug belly in, and circle forward. 7, 6, 5. Find a lot of length in the neck. Try not to let those shoulders bunch up by the ears. And 1. Reverse directions. Abs are engaged so we're not rocking around in the torso. Nice, strong, stable trunk. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. Amazing work. Now we're going to move into an all fours position to really make sure that we target our gluteus maximus muscles to finish off before our stretch. So I'd like you to position your wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips. We're going to go onto that right leg. So I'd like you to bend, bringing the heel toward the bum, and then extend. Tap the knee and extend. Tap and extend. Now with every extension, I want you to really start focusing on the hamstrings and the glutes firing up. Hips stay square with the mat. Good. Tapping and extending. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'd like you to lift the knee, lower and lift, lower and lift. Really targeting that sort of under bum area here. Lifting that big toe up toward the ceiling. Nicely done. Keep it up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Pulses up. 20 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back into a plank and then fold that right leg, that working leg, under your body and just stretch it out in pigeon pose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice work. Let's switch sides. So we're coming into that all fours position. Wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Bend that left leg. Make sure you've got space behind you to kick out. I need to move forward a little bit. Tap and kick out. Tap
and kick out. Squeeze the glutes as you extend the leg. Nice broad shoulders. Belly button is pulling up toward the spine. Good. Let's go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. Squeeze that under bum area. Squeeze the gluteus maximus every time you lift. Working our hamstrings and our glutes here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Square the hips with the mat, plug belly in, and start pulsing that big toe up toward the ceiling. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Step back into your plank and fold that working leg under your body. For a really nice, well-deserved stretch in the glutes and the hips. Keep that back leg lengthened out behind you. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come into position to stretch out the inner thighs here too. So I'd like you to bring the soles of the feet together. This is one of my favorite stretches. Sitting up nice and tall and then hinging from the hips. Folding gently over the feet. Challenging yourself by drawing the knees a little bit closer down toward the mat. Lengthening through the tailbone here as well, lengthening through the spine, melting your shoulders down away from your ears, and then applying just a little bit of pressure to the knees, if that feels good, drawing them a little bit closer down toward the floor. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can bring your legs into a crossed position. And then we're just going to stretch out the shoulders a little bit here too. So I'd like you to take your right arm across your chest and just apply a little bit of pressure to the back of the arm with the left hand. Sitting up really nice and tall here. Stretching out that shoulder. Stretching out the back of the arm. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take it over to the other side. Again, keeping your posture really upright, nice and tall. Apply a little bit more pressure as needed to really feel that stretch. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now from here, we're just going to move into some shoulder circles. So we're lifting those shoulders up by the ears, inhaling, and exhaling to roll them down and back. And if you want to transition into some arm circles here, feel free to do that. A nice way to finish off with an opening in the chest. Melting away tension in those shoulders, in that upper body. For 3, and 2, and final 1. Amazing work. Well done for making it through this no equipment workout. Even without any weight, I still really felt it. It felt intense. It felt effective. I hope it felt the same for you. And thank you so much for working out with me. I look forward to hopefully moving again with you soon. See you soon and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.